Why is there a Stelphos on the throne? That makes no sense. They're enemies. Why is one of them sitting on the throne? Oh well, my time to shine. Okay. I think I can manage that. So, how are folks out there in the world of the internet doing today? Yes, I need to defeat this guy. Well, maybe. I need to defeat him once, maybe twice. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Such lovely Japanese text we have here in various places. Let's see, there's one of these that looks a lot like a smile, isn't there? Looking through characters for random things. Aha, there it is. Nope, 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 not that one, not that one. Ah, back. The one right below that. There we go. So I will play as a happy face today. A very demonic happy face. Well then. I'm sure there's nothing at all creepy about this setup. It looks completely normal. Okay, time to start in Sanctuary. So what is our first item today? The Moon Pearl. Well, thank you for the immediate part of Dark World access there. That's very nice of you guys. Much better than the flippers that I got one game. Getting flippers in the first chest is kind of annoying because you can't trigger the glitch that I'm about to do if you have flippers. Or rather, you can't trigger it this way. And the other way that I know of, you can't do quite yet, because you need the gloves for it. There we go. And down into the room filled with rupees. 225, I believe. Darn, I had to double back. It's remarkably annoying to walk over rupees that are on the ground like that and pick them up. They have a weird hitbox. But it works. Aha! Big Key of Thieves Town. That's pretty useful, yeah. If you've watched me play this before, you'll notice I'm going a completely different direction than I usually do. I've been playing around with starting by coming over to this bomb shop here and heading up to Sarashala's hut and Eastern Palace first. Because really the only reason you wouldn't go there earlier is if you thought you could get something that would make the trip better. And what I would need to make the trip better is the Big Key of Eastern and preferably also the bow and the lamp. I don't have a lot of hope of getting all of the stuff that I would want. And that was really annoying of you, stupid Octoroks. I don't know about hungry, but I'm definitely angry enough that I could eat an Octorok. That's a reference to one of the Zelda CDI games, if you don't know it. Turtle Rock Key, and woo! Big Key of Ganon's Tower! Yes, that's a nice thing to get early on. Hey, Longweird. Yeah, I've been looking at the videos for Creeper World 4. It looks pretty good. It looks, both very like and very unlike the old Creeper World games, which is really a good sign as far as I'm concerned. Man, I am taking a beating on the way to Eastern today. The enemies are just coming for me like homing missiles. Okay. Hello, weird tentacle monster thingies. Goodbye, weird tentacle monster thingies. I'm really not one to speak, given that I'm apparently a demon today, so I probably shouldn't harp on the tentacle monster thingies too much. Yeah, it's definitely a more complex system for the creeper than the previous games have been, so I'm interested to see how well that plays. I am cautiously optimistic. I don't think Knucklecracker has put out anything that I've been unhappy with, so I'm really expecting it to be pretty decent. Health always nice. Especially when you have 3 hearts and the enemies keep walking into you. Okay. You thought there were 4 enemies in this room? No, they're just 2, mate. I don't fully understand how that glitch works. It's something along the lines of you're killing them before they've all finished spawning, and it cuts short the spawning routine, so you only get 2 of them. Sure, I'll collect 5 arrows. Not that I expect it to be useful, but I'll collect 5 arrows. And now for the last of the items that I can get along this path. You're not going to see much here. And I'm going to hope that I manage to actually get to where I'm trying to go. Well, I got the key. Come on, let me out the door, please. I know the door is over here somewhere. Come on. Well, that's an unfortunate start. Okay, so I apparently was down in that corner. Oh well. I'll come back later once I have the lamp. Which actually means I should have gone save and quit in that option menu and not lost a few seconds, but oh well. Okay, back to my house. It's really unfortunate that I didn't manage to get through there. I usually don't have any trouble with that room, but it's always hard doing things in pitch black. Especially when you don't have a sword yet. Because you can't really get a good sense of where you are, you just have to sort of do it based on where you think you are. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be back into that dungeon for quite a while, so I really hope there wasn't anything useful in that chest that I was going for at the end. If there was, well, that sucks. There is, however, a mirror right out there, that's pretty darn useful. I'm getting the Dark World accessories, but not really the Dark World access quite yet. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Bush Crab, what do you have? You have small magic. That's semi-useful. Ah! Stop. Cut that out! The enemies really have it in for me today. Even more so than usual. Are these guys going to come straight at me too? Yes, yes, yes they are! Ah, well, that was unfortunate and predictable, although... Wow, did I actually manage to crash the emulator there? That's impressive. Or the ROM, rather. Okay. So I have to go back down there again. That's a little bit annoying, but... Oh well. Yeah, so because that was an actual crash and not just a normal death, I have to walk back down and redo the dam here, which is a little annoying because it takes a fair while for the dam to open. I probably lost, good 2 minutes or something like that from that crash, which is annoying. I am, of course, going to prove that I'm an idiot and immediately go back and try the same thing again. If I crash a second time, I'm going to be surprised and unhappy. And I'm actually just going to come grab the mirror first this time. I don't know if that actually saves or loses me any time. My guess would be it probably loses me a little, but it just feels nice to be able to mirror through that block. I suppose I don't have to pick up the bush crab this time, because I already know he just has small magic. Would you... Yeah. My god, the enemies are trolly today. I wonder what it was I did that actually managed to crash it there. You utter dicks! Seriously, guys! Leave me alone! I'm just trying to kill you with bombs! What's so bad about killing you with bombs? Ah, and I fell in. That... Okay, that part was me being bad. But dear God, the enemies are being trolly today. It is not normal for the mini Moldorms to just completely rush you at the entrance. That's a fairly rare occurrence, and they just did it twice in a row. Thanks for your 5 arrows. That's not especially useful, but I'll take it. Okay. So, Race Game, are you going to like me more today? I would appreciate that. I like it when things don't just outright troll me constantly. I mean, I don't expect the race game itself to be bad, but the prize from it could be completely awful. You know, it could be the single arrow or the single rupee. Or it could be something amazing. Don't know. It's a compass. That's pretty close to like the single arrows. I'll go ahead and pick it up, but honestly, it's really not worth picking up. Although the fact that it's Thieves Town is kind of interesting. So, for those who aren't familiar, the compasses in key-sanity, like the keys and the maps, and there's a sword on that ledge, the keys and the maps and all of the other items that are randomized in every mode, the compasses here get taken out of their dungeon, and their main purpose in life is that when you have a compass, you can see the number of chests open and total in a dungeon. Which, if you play the game a lot, which I kind of am getting to the point where I actually fit that criteria, you really don't need it. You know how many chests there are in there, and you probably know how many you've opened. Although, not always, because occasionally you just randomly walk past a chest and feel like an idiot later when you figure it out. But where was I going with this? Right, so the compasses have a secondary purpose that's not as obvious to that. Which is the randomizer logic expects you to have all of the items from a dungeon before you complete it, with the exception of any completely superfluous small keys. So you are expected to have the compass, you are expected to have the map. Wow, I'm getting a lot of compasses right now. You are expected to have the big key, even if you don't necessarily need it. The exception for that being Skull Woods, which you absolutely don't need the big key except for opening the big chest. So, because the game expects me to have that compass when I complete the dungeon, the fact that I've seen it kind of suggests to me that maybe the game is expecting me to complete Thieves' Town fairly early. So it's not perfect information, but it's kind of a hint that maybe the game wants you to go that way. Which is why there's some value in picking that up, even though I don't think it's going to be particularly useful to me in the dungeon. Yay, 5 bomb capacity. That's exactly what I didn't need to find. I say that, but the first couple of upgrades to capacity are always kind of nice, just because the defaults are a little bit thin. Boy, I am getting a lot of dungeon items, and not a lot of really useful items. That's a little awkward. I don't have a book, so going up to the pedestal wouldn't do me anything useful right now. Ow. Quit it. So, my items in Lost Woods today. Oh yeah, I actually have a sword. I should remember that. That's a little bit uncommon this early. So, I should remember that I have it. And okay, maybe I will go up and check the pedestal. Because I just found the book. Okay. Game says you should check pedestal. Yeah, fine. Ooh, nice. The low-tier tree pole is lots of cash. So farming cash is going to be exceptionally easy this game. Basically, any time that I'm feeling a bit low on cash, I can kill a single enemy, pull a tree, get 80 rupees, and repeat. Okay, nothing useful on the Master Sword pedestal, so collecting the pendants is not really a priority this scene. Good to know. The odds are actually still fairly good that I'll end up collecting 2 of the 3 pendants anyway, just because that's how randomizer seems to work, but or key-sanity specifically. But if I can avoid a dungeon, I will. Oh great, I set loose a bee from the one bush that I lifted. That's irksome. So, what do you guys have? You have a full health container. Okay, so I probably only need to kill the guy that it said I had to kill once. Come on, let me pass. That guy, by the way, is Aghanim, if you don't know his name. Wait, what? Was that actually the level 2 tree pole that I was getting before? Okay, that makes the farming... I'll take that 20, though. That makes the farming significantly slower, because I think that means I need to kill 4 enemies. I'll go ahead and check it, because... Oh, hey! Oh, because I didn't take any damage, so I got the level 3 pull from killing 4 enemies. Gotcha. Okay. So now I have all of the information on pulls. I mean, at this point, I'm close enough that I'm not sure safety and quitting to sank is useful, although maybe? Yeah, probably was useful, but not anymore. So there's a sword upgrade available for me. Okay. Just need to get boots and I can get to Master Sword, or if I've already gotten Master Sword by that point, I can get to Tempered, or perhaps even to Gold. You bastard. And that's why sometimes you just want to drop the bomb at the bombable spot. Because sometimes the rats just hate you. And honestly, I should have expected the rats to hate me, because everything seems to hate me today. Okay, time to go try South Shore a second time. Or third time, rather. This time I actually have some decent equipment to deal with things, though, so it should go better, I hope. If it doesn't go better, I'm going to be very annoyed. Because dying down there once is really annoying. Dying down there twice is extremely annoying. Dying down there 3 times is just... no, please, no! You, I do not like. Okay, so now that I've dealt with the true troll here, hey guys, come bounce into this block. Thank you. Bounce into it again. Excellent. Yep, yep. Well done. And I'll take my block back. Hey you! Have a block! Okay, my block's dead. Fine, I'll come kill you personally. So, after excessive attempts, what's in this area? Heart container, the single green rupee, the less useful cane, the hammer, and a small key to Castle Tower? Oh god, please no. Please no. I don't want to get another Castle Tower key. One is okay, but do not give me a second one. I don't want to have to kill Aghanim a second time just to get into the Dark World. Oh, no, I've got everything I need. Okay, yeah. Phew, yeah, hey. I might need to go into Castle Tower to get an item, but I don't need to complete it. I've guaranteed that at this point. Phew. I worried myself for a moment. Because I've got Moon Pearl, I've got a level of gloves, and I've got the hammer. That is everything that you need to go into Dark World. Crabs are a little bit out for me, although thankfully they weren't being as persistent as the other enemies, because those crabs hurt. Okay, big key of ice. Well, that's not especially useful. Okay, so next trip that I make is up to the escape area. Which, if you were playing this game normally, is where you start the game by going. But I needed a weapon first, and odds are good Uncle did not decide to go plan his rescue of Zelda with a weapon. You would think that would be something you would take if you were going to go try and rescue a princess who'd been taken hostage. But no, this guy goes in armed with a little bit of love, and nothing else. I guess he was trying to charm the guards or something? I don't know. Doesn't seem like a very good approach to me. But what do I know? I'm just the hero of this story. You know, I'm just gonna go around you guys. A lot of the really good runners seem to be able to just knock those guys away with a couple of bushes, but it never works for me, and I don't know why. I do have a Hyrule Castle key, which means that absolutely everything I'm going to go get is on the table for me to get. The randomizer likes to assume that you are going to use all of your resources in the stupidest manner possible, and still wants you to be able to complete the game. So if you don't have the key that I already have sitting in my inventory, it assumes that you're going to take the key that I get down here, right there, or one of the ones later on, and spend it on a completely useless door. Well, I suppose it's not a completely useless door, it's just a door that you can get to the other side if you have the gloves, which you will eventually. The randomizer will occasionally expect you to go into the place that I lifted up the rock and pushed the tomb to get into by way of using this small key and the lamp and walking through sewers the way that you would be expected to in a normal playthrough of the game. It's kind of rare, but it does happen. Heart piece is nice. I finished Uncle's love story. And down in the basement of Hyrule Castle, we find that this is apparently a very law-abiding kingdom because there are only 2 jail cells and 1 guard with a ball and chain. Come on, drop the key on me so that I can open the door that's right in front of me. Thank you. Bye. Where do I go now? Oh yeah, Dark World. Okay, so if I'm going to Dark World, which section of Dark World do I want to go to first? Probably want to go to the Dark Kakariko area, also known as the Village of Outcasts. I could do Hype Cave first, but I don't know, I like Dark Kak better. And I feel like it just routes nicer to start at Dark Kak and work your way down. Or work your way up. I may go up instead, actually. Because I've got everything I need to go to up to Catfish and not quite Zora, although probably fairly soon Zora. Also not yet the Waterfall or Zora Ledge. I hate the way those guys bounce off your sword. It is really obnoxious. I can definitely go do Skullwoods. So what I'm probably going to do is go down to Dark Kakariko and then up to Skullwoods. Ow. Ow. You guys are annoying. I am about to lose a little bit of money here, because the chest game here costs some cash, the digging game down below costs some cash. I might get the money refunded to me, or I might get a Master Sword. I will take that over the money, thank you. So that means the sword in the library has now been upgraded to Tempered. It's really less a sword and more a sword assembly and or improvement kit. Don't ask how that works. It's like Voltron swords, I guess. Wow, I have the big key and the small key and the compass, but not the map. I've got almost all of the items for this dungeon. And I've got blue mail and a decent... Yeah, I may just finish this dungeon. It's not nice to come at me as an enemy when I have my hand off the keyboard to scratch my face. I realize this is probably optimal strategy when you're a weak enemy, is come at me when I can't defend myself. But it's not nice. I'm currently a What was that? Was that a firefly, maybe? Ow! Again, not nice! Don't move under me when I'm jumping off the platform. The bow! Okay, I don't have the Eastern Big Key yet, which is what would make the bow really useful. That and the lamp. I really need the lamp to go do that as well. And I am taking a terrible route here. I should have come up and not climbed those stairs. I appreciate that that bolt didn't hit me. That was luck, not judgment. Yeah, so I have literally all the things that are needed to complete this dungeon. But man, I don't have much health. Yeah, having gotten the blue mail does help a lot, because that effectively doubles my health for most purposes. About the only thing it doesn't help with is spikes. Having the Master Sword also helps because that means enemies take half as many hits. A lot of people refer to this as the Hell Way, and right now I'm seeing their point, although I usually don't. Jesus. Okay, fine, I get the point. You're trying to make me look like an idiot for not thinking this room is that bad. Thanks, game. I appreciate the vote of no confidence. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the fact that I'm not picking up that key, because it'll still be there when I come back. Probably have to pick up the pot again, which is slightly annoying, but... You guys are being obnoxious today, like most enemies are, really. Okay. Thank you for dying. Bombos may be more useful than it has any right to be. Honestly. I may end up needing to use that to clear out a room here. Thank you! The fairy was much, much appreciated. That makes the rest of this much, much less dangerous now that I've got all of my health again. Okay, yeah. Whew. Not being beeped at constantly is a good thing. Ah! You, on the other hand, are not a good thing. I'm gonna come down and kill you, because I know that somehow you would come up and be an annoyance to me if I didn't. Okay. Yay, money! I appreciate the money, thank you. Okay. Picking up the bomb isn't actually useful, but it's kind of my nature to pick up things when I can. Also, killing him wasn't useful. I really need to get better about not killing enemies when it's not useful to. Okay. Hammer. Open the one annoying chest. Discover the lamp! Okay! Yeah, game definitely wanted me coming in here. Okay, so that's 2 of the 3 pieces to go full clear Eastern. Just need the Eastern Big Key. If that's in its vanilla location, I am really screwed, because it's going to be a long-ass time before I find it. Because that was that one chest that I missed out on earlier. Okay. So blind. Would you like to party? The food they serve's guards lasts centuries. Blech. That's really hard to say. Okay, that's 3 hits down. Okay, now safety strats. Bonk. Yeah, blue cane. Can be useful. It is the less useful of the 2 canes, but it still can be very useful at times. Thank you for the full refill. Ah, health, magic. Pretty sure this is the first time I've actually had full magic this game. So, what does NC-Shape test today? Lots of cash. I accept. Yes, thank you. That is a good thing to get. Could I also get maybe the flippers down here in the bombable hut? That would be enough to complete the trip up to Zora. Nope, I get 10 arrows. This is what we in the industry call a booby prize. No, it's not related to boobies, it's a bad prize. Which kind of makes the name weird, doesn't it? Wonder where that comes from. Probably something along the same lines as booby trap. Maybe booby was a slang for idiot at some point. $12, $13, $14. 22, 23, 24, 25. It's guaranteed by 30. 28. Yeah, 28. Ugh. For a single arrow. You're a bastard. Leading me on, all for a single arrow. That is the single worst race game I have ever seen. Or a dig game, rather. Race game was also pretty bad, but dig game was actually worse. It's not awful. Level 2 shield is pretty nice. Level 3 shield has some nice uses. Level 1 shield is just a little bit crap, though. In fact, it's more of a lot bit crap, really. Small key to pod. Okay, that's making this route look better. Yeah! I hate when guards hide in bushes. It's really annoying. Especially when you're looking for health and you open a bush and you find a guard. Then I have occasionally had a guard in a bush kill me because I was low on health and hoping to find some health in a bush. And instead I found death. I do have the Swamp Palace small key. I don't have hookshot, but I could do the rest of Swamp. Yeah, I thought I might have missed on that. So I get a bottle with green goo. It's no blue goo, but it's acceptable. Boots. Okay. Yeah, that's a good excuse to go save and quit back to Kakariko. Yeah. Flute would be an even better excuse, but that's a pretty good one. This means I'm about to get Tempered Sword very, very early. So I did pick up a bottle, which means I can come in here. Hello. I should have stopped by the Bonk Rocks on my way, but I didn't think of it. I guess I'll go do that as I do the North Dark World, because I've got everything I need for that now. I don't want to jump off that. I could have gone around behind the library, but I didn't think of it fast enough. Hello, level 3 sword! I like you. You are good, you do lots of damage. Where to now? I think at this point I want to go back into Dark World. I think it's about as fast to just run there as it would be to go back to Sank. No, I can't take this entrance, dummy. Need to take the back way in. Because I still have the crap gloves. I mean, they're nice to have, don't get me wrong. I would rather have the crap gloves than no gloves. But they're still a bit crap. So I cleared out Thieves' Town entirely. That's pretty nice. And it was a crystal too, which is also nice. I won't be able to full clear Skull Woods, unfortunately, but it's still a good place to go, and is a good start to a North Dark World trip. I am... After the hell that was enemies at the beginning of this, I am in pretty good shape enemy-wise. Yeah! Yes, I know. My character said that too, but so did I. I was not expecting to bump into that bouncer. Okay. You are annoying. And really hard to manipulate the movement of. Was that another compass in that chest? I think that was. I am getting a ridiculous number of compasses this run. I mean, it's nice for you guys, because you get to keep track of how many chests I've opened. Also, why did I walk back up this way? I can't go this way because I don't have a small key. I checked that before I came in the dungeon, because if I'd had that small key, I could have taken a better route through the dungeon. Instead, I tried to do both worlds and ended up getting the worst of both worlds, and grabbed by a hand as well. I am not playing very well right now. Fire bar. I didn't even manage to pick up the key. Give me key! Let me get out of here, please! I do not like this section of Skullwoods. To be fair, I don't really like any section of Skullwoods. I think it's one of the most annoying dungeons. even has what I would consider the hardest single boss in the game. There are other bosses that do more damage. There are other bosses that take more hits. I think Mothula is the hardest boss. And also the most annoying boss. There's a reason that he's both. In fact, there are multiple reasons that he's both. Okay, at this point I'm going to get myself killed intentionally, because that is going to refill my health and send me back to the entrance, both of which are things I want to accomplish. Thank you. It's kind of one of those weird things in game design that you sort of don't ever want killing yourself to be a good way to progress the game, but it's really hard to avoid it. Because you also don't want to put somebody back to life with minimum possible health, because at that point, they're just gonna die again, and that's not fun. That is just a map. I don't care about that. I'm going to walk back out the way I came in and avoid those murder-dactyls up at the top right. Oh yes, and again, I have boots. I should remember this, just like I needed to remember the sword at first. You would think I would remember it when I'm taking this route specifically because I have the boots, but apparently not. Wow, that is a really early butter sword. Like, my immediate previous run of this, which wasn't one I streamed, I only ever got to Master Sword. And this run, I have Butter Sword already. That's 2 levels higher than what I had for the entirety of that game. Yeah. I have the best sword in the game. Okay, and I find a piece of heart, which I'm still low enough on life that I want that piece of heart. Later on, I will stop caring at all about pieces of heart, but right now, no, I'm at 7 hearts. I still need more health. More health is a good thing. Okay, mirror back into Light World again. I have no idea why that works. If you extend your sword to the side and tap dash while pressing against the King's Tomb, it lets you in as if you'd bumped the tomb open. No idea why. It's an interesting piece of behavior, though. Blech. Okay. So, I can't go this way, can I? Because I don't have flippers. Well, crap. Where do I want to go now? I guess I climb the mountain. Probably should have stopped and gotten a kiss from the priest there. Oh well. It's 2 hearts, it's not that big a deal. In before death. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and charge past this thing. That sounds like a good way to get myself shocked. Thank you for the small magic, even though it was completely useless. Hey, look, this time I actually remembered the correct route through this place. That's nice. How? Quit it. So, old man, tell me, what do you have for me today? You have a small key of Misery Mire. That's pretty useless. I mean, I'll still take a kiss from you because I want my health back, but that's pretty useless. I'm fairly certain that this route that I'm taking is significantly slower than the normal outside route, but I don't feel like getting trolled by cabbages and dead rocks on the way here, thanks. And I'm not good enough at spin speed to try it. So up there is powder. Good to know. That is just a map. Map is good to have, but not necessary enough that I'm going to spend as much time as it takes to grab that. That one is somewhere between 30 seconds and a minute to pick up. It is slow. Thank you, Magic Powder. I appreciate you. You are good. So, what does Ether Tablet have today? It has the hookshot. Excellent. Getting hookshot is very nice. What do I have key-wise for this place? None. Okay. This is going to be a very short trip. Five bombs. No thanks. I don't need more bomb capacity at the moment, really. Small key to skull is about as useless as the keys to mire. In fact, possibly more so because I don't even think the logic requires them. It might require them for defeating Mothula, I suppose. Just because you might otherwise spend all of your keys completely foolishly. I think I can do Spike Cave. I mean, I've got a green potion, so yeah, if nothing else I can... Except I don't have a hammer. Oh, no, I do have a hammer. What am I thinking? I can keep track of things some days. Honest. Yep, I've got enough magic. Oh, yeah. That was a good find. That was a really good find. I have better gloves. This means I can do a lot more while I'm up here. Granted, I did effectively do a save and quit and come back to this area, but I'm still conceptually up here, really. Okay. There we go. Hookshot speed is easy to do. Spin speed... So the difference is, hookshot speed, you press both of the buttons at the same time, which is pretty easy to do. Spin speed, you have to press them one frame apart, or rather, you have to release a button and then press a second button a frame later. That is a lot harder. I cannot do that well. Making blocks disappear is just so satisfying. Teleporting through them is almost as good, but making them disappear is just nice. It's, hey you're annoying, get out of here. Come on. Sword beams are incredibly weak. Quake, small deep key to Dark Palace, some arrow capacity, a piece of heart, which got me a heart container, and the ice rod. That's a nice rod. Yeah, I know, it's a terrible pun. It's also a fairly standard pun. So, in here, what do we have? I will opt for the mirror strategy here, because I'm not great at getting the hookshot one to work. Come on. I probably shouldn't have deleted that block. It actually keeps me from walking too far. Hadn't thought about that, but yeah, that is a good point. Yay, I didn't bonk. I like not bonking. Not bonking is nice. So, what is up here today? The island has a piece of heart, so that is vanilla. It's also not good enough for me to bother going and getting it. Okay, shot out. Okay. Kind of wasn't expecting him to survive or me to come over here, but sure. Darn it. Even more money! Okay, this is a money-rich seed. And the flippers, okay. So that means a trip to Catfish is in order. So that'll probably be the next thing I do as soon as I leave Death Mountain. I do want to stop in and see what the medallion on Turtle Rock today is, and it is Ether. Ether is the one medallion I do not have, which is a little bit annoying, but also kind of expected, so, yeah. Okay, I want a hookshot out. Because while you don't strictly need it for this cave, the enemies in here all die in one shot to hookshot. Especially those guys. Those guys you really want to kill with a hookshot, because for whatever reason, the clearly metal head and chain of hookshot do not conduct electricity. Meanwhile, the clearly wooden magic hammer does. Yeah, I don't know either. It's weird. I honestly shouldn't have bothered exiting there, but oh well. So, where am I going next? Next, I do believe I am going, not to Pod yet. I think I'm going up to Catfish and Zora. Because I can do that entire set of things now, which is nice. And I can pick up the pyramid item on my way there. And I need out a hammer, which means I can hammer dash, maybe. It's again one of those places where I'm not sure doing that actually saves you any time, but it looks cool. Oh yes, while I am here. Yeah, sword beams, they suck. While I am here, tell me, where are my red crystals today? Swamp and Pod, okay. That is good information. Wow, I managed to bonk there. Twice, even. That's, sad and impressive at the same time. Ow. The good news is, even though I'm not playing especially well, the seed has been actually reasonably kind. yeah, that's right. While I'm here, I can also stop by Aghanim's tower. Because I now have a more than good enough sword to cut through that barrier. That's a barrier you need a master sword for. I have butter. I can defeat that bat with the power of cholesterol. Although apparently the ball on a ball and chain guard will still stymie me. Because that makes sense. Magical bats? Yeah, you can cut those with a stick of butter. Ball and chain? Not so much. So the first chest was pretty crap here. How's the second one gonna be? Also pretty crap. Okay. So, Aghanim's tower was an utter bust this seed. No useful items, and Aghanim himself not required. Oh yay, arrow capacity. Exactly what I needed. No, wait, scratch that. Completely the opposite. Okay, well, I'm right next to the potion shop here, and I have ridiculous amounts of money. Let's pay a visit to the potion shop. It seems like a plan. I can even top off my health while I'm here. So, I have a green bottle. I do not wish to have a green bottle. I wish to have a blue bottle. No, I'm not interested in coffee. I suppose hookshot having it? Eh. Not really likely to use any of the items terribly much now, so I guess hookshot's about the best call. Oh yeah, what is my stun prize today? It is 5 arrows. Probably not going to be using that one very often. Probably not, no. Some stun prizes are very clearly better than others. The fairy stun prize is amazing. The 20 rupee stun prize is also fairly good. And catfish gives me arrow capacity. Screw you too, catfish. Screw you too. So, what does the Waterfall of Wishing have for me today? A little bit of love, and some bombs. Yep. So far this is not being a very good trip. I have found capacity upgrades and half a heart, I think. I think that's literally all I've found so far. And there's 20 bucks on Zora's Ledge. What do you want to bet I'm also going to get ripped off by Zora, too? I think the odds are good. But we'll try. So, Zora! What am I paying 500 rupees for today? I am paying 500 rupees for 3 bombs. 3 bombs, huh? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty darn useless. I think it is probably time to make the play into pod. I only have 2 keys, but I do have the bow, so 2 keys is actually pretty good when you've got the bow. 4 would be better, but 2 is good. Definitely not worth it when you fail the hammer dash the first time. And yet somehow I feel compelled to try. Whee! I still haven't found a green pendant yet. Or rather, I still haven't gotten it yet. Die. Murderdactyls. Much less annoying when you have a butter sword. Okay. Boy, I don't know. Do you think I can afford 110 rupees to pay Kiki here? I only have 739 left after the first 10. That's gonna be close. I'd better not lose him. Phew, I made it. I only had 63 more attempts. Okay, down into basement. And in basement I will find something. Hopefully it will be something good. I'd very much like to find a few somethings good. Small key to Turtle Rock. That's... honestly, that's not bad. I really do want to find all 4 of those if I can. I need 3 of them if I'm going to complete the dungeon, and the 4th one means I don't have to skip a chest to do it. And skipping chests in key-sanity is always dangerous. Okay. Need arrows out. Well, I have failed this room badly. Okay. You guys are easy to deal with. That's a room that normally goes really smoothly for me, too. Oh, well. So, 20 bucks. That's not great. And over here I have a bonk into some explosion. Yay! And a small key to Hera, which honestly I could have happily gone the entire seed without seeing that. I would rather see it before I go to Hera, if I'm going to see it at all, but I'd really, really rather not seeing it at all. Not seeing it at all is better. Also, I just found Sankart. That's nice. Free health refill is always appreciated. And up here we have... wait for it. Wait for it. A piece of heart. Which did give me another heart container, so... I'm getting to the point where I have a decent amount of health now. 11 hearts is pretty decent. So there's the map of Thieves Town, so now I'm expected to go finish Thieves Town. Do you guys think I should, you know, stop and go back and finish Thieves Town now? You know, the dungeon I've already completed. So, can I suck less at this room this time? Yes. Yes, I can. Good. I don't mind taking one hit in that room. That room is slow and annoying if you aren't willing to take a hit. And back up. Yeah, that... getting back up here this way occasionally confuses the game. Okay, and now I'm going to leave this room and come back back because I don't want to have to try and get past those two guys. That would be really annoying to do. Much nicer this way. You are annoying. One of very few enemies that can take multiple hits from the golden sword. Of course, if you manage to catch him from the side, he won't. But good luck. Especially in that specific location. Bombs! Yay! Exactly what I wanted. Heart container. I'm actually really okay with getting a heart container. Up to 13 health now. That's actually getting pretty good. Okay, time for a hammer yump. Too far down, too far up. Come on. Come on. Trying to get to a specific pixel. The specific pixel I'm going to try and get to here is I'm watching the pattern of tiles that are at the very bottom of the green menu rectangle. And I'm looking for that hump from the second and a half tile, whatever you want to call it, the middle tile there, to be 1 pixel lower than that. I want to not be able to see the dark section. But I do want to be able to see that light section. Wow, I am not having any luck lining this up right now. That's still not quite right. Okay, I'm running out of time here. I'm going to go reset the room. Because I am just not managing to get it right now. Let's try that again. Okay. A little bit further south, a little bit further north, a little bit further south, still a little bit further south, back a little bit north, still south. Come on. It is so hard to get the exact right pixel on this. I'm basically just mashing up crap, that was it, and I went past it because I was talking. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. It's still not quite right. Come on. I keep getting 2 pixels of movement when I want 1. Aha! There we go. So I can see the little bit of gap there, but I can't see the very top of it. It's hidden behind the black border on the green rectangle. And now I want to see exactly that. I want to see 3 pixels worth of shadow. And this concludes our hammer jump. Not really a tutorial. Hammer jump is, I would say, not hard, but it's a matter of you just have to keep trying until you manage to get it right. And as long as you know the sign of when you've gotten it right, that's not too bad to do. It just tends to take a lot of attempts unless you are really good at timing your pause buffering, which I am not. I am not at all good at timing my pause buffering. While I'm in the area, I will go ahead and check that one chest in Eastern that I couldn't manage to get to before, which I can now get to in 2 different ways. One way because I now have lots of health and a sword, so I could navigate the dark room easily, and one way because I have the lamp, so I don't actually need to navigate a dark room. I meant to step on that switch. quick kill on that room is just... It's satisfying, but it's also so bizarre at the same time. Yeah, I'll just throw these pots at the enemies before I can actually see them, and because of that I'll only get 2 enemies instead of 4. What? I suppose I could actually take a third path here and kill those guys rather than dodge them. But I don't see a need. Okay, right. There we go. And it was just a crap ton of money. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break here to go visit the bathroom, because that needs to happen sometimes. And I'll figure out where I'm going next while I'm at it. Bathroom logic says that the next choice here is actually pretty obvious. I want to go to Swamp Palace. I will collect some health before I go, because it's right here. There are some more overworld places that I could go. I could go walk the chest. I could go, well, obviously before I do walking the chest, I would need to rescue the blacksmith, but that takes like 30 seconds, so that one's not a big deal. I could also go potentially to the Bombos tablet. But I can complete this dungeon. And this is one of the important crystals. So completing this dungeon is a pretty good idea. And I can take literally every item out of it. Which it's always nice in key-sanity when you can do a dungeon all in one go. This will be the second one I've been able to do that on, which is actually pretty good. It's very hard in key-sanity to only go into a dungeon once. And I found the map of the dungeon I'm in! Thanks! I already know exactly what it is, but thanks. Ow. Quit it. Piece of heart. Not terribly useful. I need out my hammer, which also means I can hammer dash to get this key. Note to self, in a room or two here, you're going to want to not flood the key like an idiot. If I flood the key like an idiot, you guys are welcome to call me one, because I will be. Especially after I've been talking about it. Okay, so now I can switch to hookshot for the remainder of the dungeon. Grab the key, which is what makes it possible that I could accidentally flood a key later. I suppose it was a little bit more than 2 rooms, but I'll get there shortly. Especially since this is actually 2 different rooms. It's kind of weird. It feels like it really ought to just be 1 room, but for some reason this one is split into 2 rooms vertically. I don't know why. It's effectively a 2x2 room. It's even in the right tile for it to be a 2x2 room, but they made it 2 1x2 rooms for some reason. Okay, so what I said about flooding the key would be if I went over and pressed that lever right now. That would be a very stupid thing to do, which is why I am thankfully not doing it. Because the key that I'm talking about is right down here, and that lever floods this area. If I flood this area, I have to leave the dungeon and come back in. And I also feel like an idiot because I am one. However, this time I am not an idiot, at least not by this measure, because I have successfully avoided flooding the key. The reason that flooding the key is a concern is because this dungeon is designed so that you aren't expected to have the hookshot yet. So the fact that I have it and was able to grab the 1 small key earlier meant that I could save some time by going into that room first. But it also meant that I could flood the area before getting the key that is in the flooded area, which the game designers weren't expecting you to be able to do. So it's kind of a risky time save, in that if you stop paying attention for too long, you end up losing time instead because you do something very stupid. Yay, bombs! Bombs are exactly what I wanted to find in a chest right now. What do you mean, sarcasm? Also, red rupee. Red rupee is exactly what I wanted to find in a chest right now. Still don't know what sarcasm is. So that was a useless left side swamp. Come on, let me up. There we go. Ow. Ow. Ooh, do I have the big key of swamp? I don't. Well, that's... Okay, that's 1 chest that I don't get to full clear here. That's actually really annoying because that means I leave behind one of the trolliest chests in the game. If there is something useful in that chest, I am probably not going to find it for a very, very long time. Because not only do I need to find the key to open it, I also need to exhaust enough other possibilities that this becomes attractive. Which, given how long it takes to get back in and open that chest, is a long time. So hopefully that's like another 20 bucks or something. Because if not, that may be literally the last chest I search for whatever is in there. By which I mean I will have exhausted all other possibilities, not that I will stop searching after. I will also stop searching after, but that's not what I meant. Hey, there's ether. That's actually kind of nice. Full health, also kind of nice. It is possible, but very annoying to avoid hitting that water strider on your way through. So I'm told that there's a fast way to do this, where you just kind of hold the butter sword out, and the puffs just instantly die as soon as you grab them. I haven't figured out how it actually works, so I can't pull it off. It's one of those things I should study up on the strategy for it at some point, and just improve the way I go through this dungeon. Ow. There we go. And you are holding 20 bucks. There was a lot of nothing in this dungeon. There was a real lot of nothing in this dungeon. I did get Ether, which means Turtle Rock is accessible. Do I want to go do Turtle Rock right now? I have all 4 small keys, but I don't have the big key yet. That's a little bit risky. Instead, what I am going to do is go check Bombo's tablet. And very much hope that it has the flute. Because if Bombo's tablet has the flute, that makes my next actions very easy. I would also settle for the blacksmiths having the flute. That would also be fine. You know, I'm okay with that being silver arrows. It's not the item I was really hoping for, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Do I have the Ice Palace big key yet? I do. Okay. Do I want to bother taking the chest? I definitely want to do the blacksmith. And at that point, I guess I might as well go with the chest. It's not a great route, but it's okay. So, Mr. Blacksmith. Ribbit to you too. And I can do Peg Cave and also Powder while I'm over here, so this section of it is actually pretty decent. Come on. There we go. Pegs are remarkably annoying to line up to. Okay, so down in this cave, I find boost to bomb capacity. Nah. Lot of nothing. Lot of nothing. So, Mr. Blacksmith, come greet your brother. And then when I return, I shall pay you 10 rupees, and in return you will give me 20 rupees. Welcome to the Dwarven Counterfeiters. I wonder what rupee color 10 would be. It's not in this game, so it's not one that I would expect to have on my person, but... Hey look, another 20 rupees from the bat! This is a lot of nothing here. Yeah. Very much a lot of nothing. At this point I'm kind of expecting the purple chest to be a lot of nothing as well, but I'll still try it because, well, I might as well try. That is such a weird little glitch. Turns out if you hookshot, the game puts the chest into catch-up with the player mode, and as a result of that, it doesn't actually notice if you start dashing. The same is apparently true for some instances of getting damaged by an enemy, but I can't seem to pull it off right there. Good news is it's not all that long a walk, because I have gloves. I can pick that thing up. Of course, if you didn't have gloves, that would be a very long walk indeed, because you would have to come a long way. You'd have to start at the castle. Yeah, that was a lot of nothing. Yep. Lots and lots of nothing. I will, however, go back into the Dark World, because I haven't checked Lake Hylia Island, which I should have right at the very start when I picked up my bombs, but I forgot to. If it is the big key to Swamp, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. If it is the flute, I will be theoretically annoyed, but actually practically pretty happy. Because the fact that I didn't get it earlier lost me time, but I'm still happy to have it. No, it is instead a compass of Turtle Rock. That's pretty damn useless, and I really shouldn't have gone back into my mirror portal. Oh well. So what is down here? Down here is the entrance to Ice Palace, for which I have the big key, which is nice. I do not, however, have Fire Rod, but I have Bombos. Which, honestly, given the choice of coming in with Fire Rod or Bombos and not half magic, I'll take Bombos, thanks. It's a whole lot nicer for the final boss when you don't have to have a completely full magic meter. Come on. Hit the button. Also, I have Gold Sword, which is going to make this dungeon really nice. Those penguins are so much easier when you can just one-hit them. Big Key of Hera. Okay, so I'm going back into Hera soon. Because I've got, I think, both big and small key for it. Yeah, I have both. Did I mention, like, an hour ago that it was nice to get the small key when you hadn't been to Hera yet, after having been to Hera? If so, I was kind of an idiot back then. I mean, I'm still probably an idiot, but I was an idiot back then, too. The quick kill on that room is so nice. Really, most rooms that have a quick kill, it's just elegant to see the quick kill work. Actually, do I want to hit that? No, I've got big and small key here. I don't want to hit that switch. Because it turns out if you've got a small key and the big key for this dungeon, I am told that you're better off not doing the bomb jump. Even though it's a pretty nice bomb jump. It looks slick. But I kind of believe that you're better off without it. It makes sense. I'm not honestly sure it makes much of a difference the way that I route it, but if it doesn't make a difference, I would rather not do it because it takes time to set up. Half magic! Excellent! Now are you going to give me the fire rod in here again? Because that would make this a really good trip. Cape. Was there anything useful up on Bumper Cave? I don't think so. Pretty sure I checked in and it was nothing. Or nothing that I cared about, at least. Big Key of Desert. Nice to find. Oh well. So wake both of you guys up. Bombos. And now I do something that may look a little bit weird, because I'm not actually going to go down to the big chest. What I want to do is go up here and fall down. I suppose the other thing that you need for the Ice Palace Bomb Jump to not be useful is you do need the Red Cane. Because without Red Cane, you must have Ice Palace Bomb Jump to finish the dungeon. Either that or take a really weird circuitous route. So I suppose it's not technically must, but really ought to. Yay, I made a big long trip for 20 bucks. That's pretty disappointing, honestly. Oh well. It was a chest. I needed to open it at some point. Randomized Link to the Past is basically the game of inevitable disappointment. Come on. There we go. Because yes, you will find the items you need, but you will find a lot more of items that you don't need. Okay. That did not work. That again did not work. And I have to go further than this room to reset it. That's annoying. Because this is a room that closes the door on you. Let's see if I can at least get a health refill out of this. Yes, yes I can. Good. So it wasn't completely useless to go that way. There we go. That's how it should have gone one of the first two times. And again, I do all of that for the luxury of a compass. How many compasses do I have left? I feel like I've picked up all of them. Okay, so yes, this is the reason that you need Samaria if you don't want to take a long circuitous pathway and fall down a second time. Because you would have had to hit a switch there, and then go back up and push the block from the other side to be able to have something to put on the button. Samaria, you just put a Samaria block on the button and call it good. did not mean to do that. But I guess it's okay. It bought me some pause time, and meant that I could do the fight very controlled. Yeah, it still wasn't good to accidentally trigger Bombus a second time. So I got some big keys in here, and that was about it, I think. And half magic. Half magic is nice. So I've got everything I need for Desert and for Hera at this point. So I should probably go do those. Let's see, I know that number 6 is Pod, which I can't complete yet. Mire is a pendant, so if I am exceptionally lucky, I might be able to avoid ever going into Mire. I would approve of that. That would be really nice. Because Mire is a moderately long dungeon. If I can avoid going into Mire at all, I will be fairly happy about that, and that would actually make up for potentially not having a flute all seed, which is the other thing that comes out of Mire not being required. Yeah, come to think of it, I would rather not have the flute all seed and therefore not require Mire. On the other hand, if I'm going to get flute, I would like to get it very soon, please. Oh, that doesn't quite line up. Darn. I knew it was going to get close from what I'd seen before, but I was hoping it would actually line up and just let me dash straight in. Alas, 'twas not to be. So, Agina, what were you hiding in your back area here? A piece of heart. Meh. I am unimpressed. See, do I know? I don't know about the third pendant. Which, interestingly enough, means that potentially this could be a seed with neither Fire Rod nor Flute. Because it could be Turtle Rock, Skullwoods, and Mire. And without any of the 3 of those, you don't need either of those major items. That would be a weird setup, but I would approve, because yeah, not having to find 2 required items, and therefore not needing to enter Mire at all, and not needing to finish Skullwoods with, as I said earlier, what I consider the hardest boss in the game. I would really approve of that. At this point, I'm far enough along that Mothula isn't so bad. The thing that really makes him obnoxious is you can end up going after Mothula with really lousy equipment. And that is just murderous. I should not have come in here. I was thinking this was the room 1 left of here. This is instead just a trap room. What was I saying earlier about booby traps? That was one. Yay, fetch quest! I don't know why I'm bothering. I've got plenty of health. The reason I was looking at that at all is if you hookshot a heart, it's got like a 1 in 4 chance of giving you 2 hearts for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. Not sure if that's a glitch or if that's actually intended. It seems like the sort of weird thing that could have been intended in the Super Nintendo days. Now it definitely didn't matter if I got that heart. Come on. I thought I'd missed the button because I didn't hear it. Apparently I was just talking too loud. Oh well. Great. Yeah, a seed without either fire rod or flute. That would be a weird seed, but hey, this is randomizer. It's possible. And it's rare enough to find a seed that skips either of those items, let alone both. I'm really not expecting it still, but it'd be a cool seed. And because I don't have fire rod, I have to light these the slow way with the lamp. Even slower because I was dodging that guy, but it worked. So I have silver arrows and gold sword. I choose to go for gold sword on this. Okay. And I get map. Skull Woods. I get to find out if it's a crystal now. Oh my. I get to find out if it's a crystal as soon as I'm in the Dark World again. Which may actually be interesting enough to merit a special trip into the Dark World. But not just yet. For the moment, where I'm going is Tower of Hera. What I'm doing there, by the way, is activating the hook speed by pressing both dash and hookshot buttons at the same time. The way the trick works is you have to activate it, and then either as you activate it or at some later time be on a staircase, because when you exit the staircase is when it actually takes effect. The explanation that I've heard for it is that you're basically half starting a dash, and so the game doesn't actually put you into dash mode, but it does store that your speed is supposed to be at dash speed. So you don't start the dash, therefore you don't acquire that speed, but because the staircases store your speed and restore it afterwards, they end up saying, oh hey, your speed that you were supposed to be at was dash speed. Here you go, have dash speed. But because you don't actually have dash in progress, you don't get most of the other restrictions. It's kind of a weird state to be in. This is one of several ways that you can get through this room without having to do nearly as much dodging as the game normally wants you to. What am I thinking? I don't need to hit that. I just need to walk through this door. Okay, so lamp. I once again wish to light 4 torches in sequence. Hopefully I will manage to do it without missing like 12 bajillion times. This hope does not seem terribly likely, but I still hope it. I need to find a better way through that room. That was just dumb. I managed to walk onto the star. It's not that big of a target. I should be able to miss it easily. And yet, somehow I managed to walk onto it. Come on. I want to face the correct direction when I dash, please. So that I don't just hold onto the wall instead of dashing. It looks stupid and it's slow. I wish neither of these things. Yay, another compass. I swear, that's like the theme song of this particular run. Yay, more compass! And that's how pathetic it is it doesn't even have any music to it. It's a theme song with no music. How sad is that? Right, and I'm down an item because there was trash in the basement. Yep. So this should hopefully be a very fast, easy Troll Dorm fight. There we go. Could have been a little easier, but I'm okay with it. And I get another fetch quest. Yay. Darn, this is the red pendant. Okay, so Fire Roddy is going to be required. I will have to kill Mothula. Pity. Pity, pity, pity. So I could go into Turtle Rock at this point in search of the Fire Rod. Or I could go turn in a couple of fetch quests in the hopes of getting it. I don't have flute yet. I don't want to go into Turtle Rock. It's a pendant. But it's the better choice. I would have been very happy if I could have just avoided going into Turtle Rock, avoided the back half of Skull Woods, and avoided going into Mire. But I think all three of those was a little bit much to ask for a seed. So instead I'm hoping that this is the only trip I will need to make into Turtle Rock. Whether I will be rewarded in that hope or not, I don't know. We shall see. I believe Turtle Rock is the green pendant, so it does have a higher than normal chance that I will be required to actually defeat the boss. I do have the big key and both of the dungeon items, so the logic might be expecting me to go defeat the boss right now. I'm hoping I don't need to. I can't do this room. Yeah, I can't. You need Fire Rod for that room. So hopefully there's nothing useful in there. Or hopefully this chest contains Fire Rod. I would be okay with this. Okay, game is listening at the moment. So, what do I want in the chest over there? I want the pod big key. Yeah, the pod big key is the one I really want. The eastern big key would also be good. Can you do that for me, game? Darn. If you're fast enough, you can manage to just grab onto the same torch that you light there. But I can't seem to do it. You're not fooling me, game. I already know that Aghanim is not required. You can take your castle tower key and shove it. I've cleared out castle tower. There's no reason for me to go back. So I got a fire rod. That's good. That's one of very few things left that are actually required for this seed. We are getting close to go mode. Yeah. Small key to ice is pretty much useless. In fact, entirely useless. I will probably end up going back to ice, but I will not need a small key. The reason I say I will probably end up going back to ice is I'm expecting this game to troll me. I'm expecting this game to say, oh, you cleared out absolutely everything in ice? Yeah, you should go back there. Come to think of it, yes, I have actually cleared out everything. I was thinking I hadn't done the big chest, but I have. So I don't actually ever need to go back to ice, and therefore that key is entirely useless. Oh, I was hoping I'd get all four. Okay. This chest contains the flute. Well, that's Meyer access. Darn. Please tell me I don't need to go into Meyer for something. I don't want to go into Meyer. Meyer's not a terrible place, but it's something that right now I don't think I have to do, so please don't make me go do it. The Optimist view here is Fire Rod was the only thing I actually needed from this dungeon, and therefore the flute is just a nice speed up. Pessimist view is I actually need to kill Trinex, which at this point actually I suppose I'm going to do anyway, so it's not that much of a pessimist view. Pessimist view is that I need to kill Vitreous, which would be the boss of Misery Mire. Trinex being the boss of this dungeon. Yeah, I'm just gonna go do it this way. Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. In here. There we are. Good boys. Really? Stupid sword beams. I like having full health. I do sometimes like the ranged nature of sword beams, but god, they do crap damage. Small key to Ganon's tower. That is entirely useless, I hope. No, I already got the Ganon tower big key and all of the other items that could be required, so that is entirely useless. I am certain. Big key of Swamp. I really would have been happier not seeing that, thanks. Because that opens up that one chest in Swamp that I couldn't get. If I have to do that, that is going to be very slow. And now down to the platform maze. Ow. we'll grab a magic refill and a couple of hearts here, because I don't have Mirror Shield and I'm heading to Laser Bridge. This is gonna be fun. And by fun, I mean really easy to take damage on. What I'm going to do is take Blue Cane and use it sparingly. Ah. See, I told you it was really easy to take damage. I am not good at mirror skip. I really should probably be using the Blue Cane more than I am. There we go. Small key to Dark Palace. Okay. I probably don't need this safety, but I'm going to take it just in case. Because Trinex can hurt. So what's up this way? Why am I asking that? I know exactly what's up this way. Up this way is a boss. I should just love mannerisms that you can't even seem to shake when they don't make any sense. Come on, there you go. Okay. I love that. The cane dash there is just so satisfying. And I will micromanage my magic usage there. So, in theory, it is better to start with the fire rod out here, with the ice rod out here, and kill the firehead first. I, on the other hand, prefer to start the other way, because if that guy manages to drop ice on the floor, I hate this fight. Instead, I have a fairly easy fight. Ah! I did, however, miss that, which is a little bit annoying, but not too bad since this guy takes, I think, 3 hits from Buttersword. Yep, 3 hits. So, Mr. Trinex, what did you have today? A red rupee and a green pendant. Yeah, it's not exactly exciting. Okay, so what I need to do right now is I need to go activate my flute. So the flute I will go activate from Sanctuary, of course. Wasn't expecting to bonk off that little corner piece there, but okay. Flute. A song so moving that it will reanimate a statue. What? Okay, whatever. I'll just play a flute and use the reanimated statue as transportation. This makes complete sense. Don't think about it. After all, it makes complete sense. Why would you need to think about it? clearly not saying this so that you don't think about something that doesn't make sense, even though I'm saying that it does. That is a small key that is, I think, completely useless. It's a pod key. It might be useful. At this point, I think I have enough pod keys to finish pod, but I'm not 100% certain on that. And I should start by being out here and talking to you with the mushroom. And I will intentionally take some damage on the way through here, because I have a potion I want to get rid of. Oh yeah, Gold Sword, by the way, it doesn't conduct electricity except when it does. Yeah, I have a red potion that I want to drink, so that I can fill it with a blue potion instead. I don't want that. That is a lousy thing to have. Don't offer it to me. What else now? I mean, I've done desert, I've done all of, yeah, I've done all of Hera. I suppose Mire area. I don't necessarily have to go into Mire, but there are 3 chests in that area that I can grab. Come on, here we go. I would really like to not have to go into Mire at all these seed. That would be a nice thing. Can I have a nice thing, please? I'm not expecting to, but I'd like it. 10 arrows and 50 rupees. That was useless. Okay. So pod could still have its own big key. There are still a couple of chests there that I can get to. Actually, no, there's one chest there that I can go get to. I also still don't have the eastern big key. I do need to clear out Skullwoods, so that should be my next stop. Yeah. Nothing useful there. At this point I'm at 14 hearts. I don't particularly need additional health. I wouldn't turn down a full heart container if I saw it, but quarter hearts are just not useful enough. Okay, so there are effectively 2 chests up in Skull. There is 1 chest leading up to the boss, and there is the item that the boss himself drops. And I think I have sufficient Skullwood keys. I've got 1. I can pick up a second and be a little bit happier. I did not want to run into the hand there. That is irksome. Not really bad, but irksome. I am well and truly irked. Up and around and around and around and around and around. Yeah, this area gets a little bit dull. The whole hiding things underneath the platforms is something that we learned better of eventually. I believe TV Tropes calls it an interface screw. It's where the interface deliberately gets in your way. kind of the exact opposite of what the interface in a game or anything else is supposed to do. Really? I hate that enemy. It's one of the few enemies in this game that I actually think is just bad. There are a few of them that I think the game would actually be better off without them. It's those guys, the dead rocks, and maybe the mini Allosaurus. But really, the hands and the dead rocks. Because they're just not fun to deal with. And that's kind of the exact opposite of what a game should be. Games should be fun. Speaking of things that should be fun, boss fights should be, you know, nice and fair challenges. This guy just feels like a great big sack of RNG. So 7 out of 8, that is actually not quite complete. I'm missing the big key chest. I was thinking it would be complete because there's a small key chest that usually you skip, but I didn't this time. Do I have that? I do not have that big key. Well, darn. Where do I want to go now? I don't want to, but I think I need to go to Meyer. That makes me sad. I was hoping I could manage to skip Meyer. Oh well. Well, I suppose there's one last hope, which would be the green pendant turn-in. But I think that's too slim to waste the time going and trying it. I need that, I believe. No, I need Quake. So Meyer is now opening. What is going to be in Misery Meyer today? Please be big keys of Pod and Eastern. That is what I need. I'm going to be kind of annoyed if I come in here and don't get either of those. I do believe I have the big key here, yeah. So I can claim literally everything in this dungeon. And I have a small key as well, so I can take the nicer route. The map of Eastern. Thanks, but I'm already pretty darn certain that it's a crystal because I know where the other pendants that I don't have are. I can fire rod this, yay! Boo! I was wanting that to actually be useful. Bonking the mic there. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you guys. And now I sit back and wait for the room to stop shaking. Oh, also in the game, but nah, I'm in California, but it's not that often that it earthquakes here. Come on. There we go. Full heart container is it's not shit. Actually, no, it is pretty shit at this point. I've got plenty of health, really. Still better than, like, 10 arrows, though. Come on, let me down the stairs, please. Ow. Okay. 2 blue cane over here, press that button, open that, and find another pod key, which at that point makes the rest of that dungeon really, really easy. And I'm very quickly approaching the point where I have no hope left that this dungeon will give me anything useful. Hey, there's the big key of Eastern. Okay. So I did get one of my 2 required items. Ow. I'm going to continue on in the probably vain hope that I will get the other of my 2 required items here. Compass of Ganon's Tower. So, I guess I have probably all of the items that I'm supposed to have to complete Ganon's Tower. Yeah, that's not really how that works for that one, but... since by the end of Ganon's Tower you can literally have every item in the game. So there's supposed to be like a cane dash you can do there, but I apparently didn't do it right. That switch needs to be red, because over here I need to walk across that, bomb this wall, possibly kill me a skeleton because I feel like it, get hit by the little dark things from the door because they feel like it, and hit that switch so that I can exit the room. At this point I'm very much not expecting Vitreous to actually drop something useful, but I kind of need to check it anyway. Because at this point, if I left without checking it, that would just be asking for trouble, honestly. You're this deep in the dungeon, you should go ahead and finish it. Oh, the nice smooth Vitreous fight. And I get a small key of uselessness. Sorry, of pod. Same difference at this point. That is the last and final pod key. Okay, so at this point, I think I just need to make a trip up to Eastern Podge Sarashula. I have not checked Hobo. Okay, I'm feeling paranoid now. I have not checked Hobo. I'm going to go check Hobo. I was about to say I think I've checked everything else that's possible. But no, I have not checked Hobo. Which I really should have earlier. sort of hoping / not hoping that this is the pod big key. Because if it was the pod big key, I could have come here earlier and then skipped half of Mire. If it's not the pod big key, then coming here right now was a waste of time. So either way, something bad and also something good. I get the second option. I didn't need to actually come here. Oh well. But I do think that was my last location outside of the area that I'm going to here, so... It's good to nail it down before I do the long walk up to pod. So, ways to get to Sarashala. I'm going to take this one. There's also one you can do from deeper into the maze. But that one I'm pretty sure I can get out of decently. The other one I'm less confident in. Okay. So, Eastern first. Go complete Eastern. In 2 items, hopefully find the pod big key, which would give me go mode. I wouldn't need to open any more chests for the rest of the game. Ow. And this time through this room, I forgot to shoot the correct way first, but I don't need to pick up pots. So, what is in the big chest here? Please be pod key, not pod key. Okay. Here I find a small key, of course. And then the boss, eventually. First I have to walk through a bunch of, gauntlet-y rooms. Rooms that contain absolutely nothing that I actually care about, but I have to walk through them to get to where I'm going. Ow. That was annoying. Really? Okay, and that one was my fault. I hate these skeletons, because they love to just dodge to the side if you try to shoot them with an arrow, and if you try to hit them with your sword, they jump away from you. But I still think they're okay enemies. Come on, wake up. Unlike the hands can just go away. They are annoying, and I don't like them. So, can I do this well today? Apparently the answer is yes. Pod big key? Pod big key. Excellent. That is exactly the item I needed. Okay. We are good to go. I don't need to open anything in pod. That is every item that I need to complete the game. Because at this point I have one crystal left to pick up. It is the pod crystal. I have the GT big key. I'm good to go. Okay. So I can just walk straight in through the front door because I have a ridiculous number of keys here now. And shoot that switch. Jump down. I think blue is the right position for this switch, but no, actually I'm pretty sure it's red. So I'm gonna come back down here and hit it, which does mean I need to place that block again because it went off screen. No, I want the bow. Okay. Yeah, red is the right position for that switch. I thought so on second thought. First thought didn't get it right, second thought did. Go down the stairs. A little bit of annoying menuing because I need to go away from that, and I don't have sword beams, so I need to go get a ranged item to open that. And then I need to go back to hammer to kill you. Strictly speaking, I don't need to kill him, but it's nicer if I do. There's a way to do a quick kill on those guys that I have not figured out. You basically end up hammer striking twice and turning all of them over without any of them getting flipped back. I don't know how that works. I would like to know how that works, but I don't. I'll take a heart, sure. I don't need it, because this boss is a joke with as much health as I have. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Hit once, hit twice. Gold sword makes the end of that really easy. I don't even need to switch to the bow. Yay, small key to Skull Woods. That is entirely useless. And I get the off-color crystal. Yay. So now I just mirror, flute, and then hookshot. And that will be the last item change I need before I go into Cannon Tower. Hookshot to there, hookshot to there, hookshot across. And then I think the quote-unquote correct way to go is down this way, but I got deadrocked. And I didn't go far enough for him to despawn, so I will just hit him again. There's two ways up the mountain, and both of them are actually fairly comparable if you've got the thing open. I think this one is actually a little bit faster if you've got them open, and then it's like within a second if you don't. But even still, opening this doesn't take very long, so... think I like the other route better, even though it's technically a bit slower. I think with my ability set, it's probably actually faster, even though in theory it shouldn't be. Okay. Opening the tower. All in all, this was a reasonable seed. I went into Eastern Palace 3 times, but everything else I managed to do pretty quickly. Come on, up there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't know the trick for lining up there so that I get a perfect dash and open the key door, so I'm just gonna walk it. This one, on the other hand, I think is still worth dashing. Just to try and get past as many of those things as possible. There's some really nice timing on that you can do. But as you can see, I haven't figured it out yet. I will take this because I've managed to consume quite a bit of my health getting this far. I want the health refill. I don't need the magic refill, I've got plenty of magic. Speaking of magic, however, I do not have the patience for these rooms right now. So I am just going to bombos them away and not care. Yes, it's slower. No, I don't care. It is so much less frustrating, and that's what I need right now. I think all in all, I lose like 30 seconds doing this for these rooms. It's not enough time for me to care about. I am not good enough for that 30 seconds is going to make the difference one way or the other. So I would rather just avoid the extra hassle sometimes. I do occasionally go through and try to defeat them as well, but not today. Also, I cannot seem to hit you guys with silver arrows for the life of me right now, so I'm just going to gold sword you to death. Okay, and this room is the signal that I need to pull out my cane. Okay, I got the first room, but the first room is easy. Can I get the second room? The second room is significantly harder, and I didn't get it right. Oh well. Yay, I didn't bonk off you guys. I like that. I much prefer when I don't bonk off you guys. I also much prefer when I don't fall off the platforms, but that seems less possible. this door, pull out bombs, drop bomb, throw bomb, dash hit thing, go through pull-in wall, pull out powder, powder those guys to refill health, grab magic, there. Full health, full magic. Did not need to open the chest. And you die. Okay. Again, I don't care enough to open that chest. Well, that's annoying. I wanted to hookshot through that block. Oh well. Okay. Screw this room. I will just cape through most of it. And conveniently, cape is something that I want out later anyway. Because I am not good at the hookshot Ganon strats. One hit. I need 6. Ow. 2 hit. 3, maybe 4 hit. 4 to 5. Okay. I did get the 1 extra hit there. Okay. Let's go, Ganon. Time for the pig to die. Did anybody ever come up with a good explanation of why Ganon apparently turns into a vampire this game? You think you are smart. Can't hum while holding your nose closed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I already have cape out. 5, 6, 7. You only actually need 6 there, but I prefer 7 because for some reason one of them seems to not count a surprising amount of the time. Now 4 hits in this phase. This is an amazingly equipped Ganon fight for Randomizer. About the only thing I don't have that I could want is red mail. And I don't expect to get hit by him much. If at all. Did I find the arrows in Light World? Yes, I did. I don't particularly need Torch Glitch here, but I will go ahead and take it. Balls. Little bit too close to the edge there. Damn. Well, that's annoying. It's still going to be a good time for the seed, I think, but man, I should not have fallen there. That was badly done on my part. And I am sad about that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on to the wall so that I don't need to use any magic here. Come on, stop teleporting. I said stop teleporting. Thank you. Really? Jesus. Stop doing that. That is really annoying. He's taunting me for not killing him the first time, I swear. Okay, there we go. I did not get torch glitch, but I really shouldn't need it. Yay, double hit. Really? You managed to go invulnerable right as I attacked you, and because of that, you hit me with the bat. That's just annoying. Really? You didn't actually want to fire the arrow that time? This fight has not been going nearly as well as it ought to. But it's over. Whew. That was a bad finish, honestly. That was a really bad finish. But I have succeeded, so I am happy. Yeah, that's about my thought, isn't this seed too? Thanks. Okay. So, now that I've completed the seed, I can pull up the spoiler log. So we actually found most everything there. We didn't find the armor upgrade, the second one. So that's something that I'd kind of like to know where it is. Alright, it's under P for progressive. Armor upgrade. The other one was in Ganon's Tower in the randomizer room, so it was deep in Ganon's Tower. What else was in Ganon's Tower? One shield upgrade. That's an interesting question. Where was the other shield? So, shield upgrade, there was also one in Skullwood's big chest, which I never got to. And did I ever find the Skullwood's big key? No, that was also in Ganon's Tower. Okay. Ganon's Tower in the Moldorm chest. So I could have opened it at the very end there. Okay. Let's see, anything else that would be interesting to look up and see where it was? I mean, I found all of the swords ridiculously early. Fireworks for scale 3 bombs, yeah. Fireworks. The shroom goes boom. Oh yeah, that was a bomb capacity upgrade, so both of those were booms. I want to say Dig Spot was like arrow capacity. None of the fetch quests paid off this seed. At all. They just did not pay off. Yeah, we really did get pretty well everything. I can't come up with any other items that I don't know where they are. Or that I didn't find, at least. Because I full cleared most of the game. The big advantage over a lot of seeds is, yeah, I did the full clear, but I didn't have to backtrack a whole lot. Which, that's always nice when that happens. There were 2 chests in Pod that I didn't open. So the big chest had all of 20 rupees! And the map chest also had all of 20 rupees! Yeah, both of those were really exciting. Your ad here, Death Mountain. A really weird shaped billboard. What did the playthrough of this look like? It only goes up to Sphere 13, so that's, yeah, reasonably flat. I know a lot of the randomizer folks say you shouldn't try to read too much into the sphere, but when I'm looking at this and I'm going, like, 15 things are in Sphere 1, that's a pretty wide open seat. Ganon's Tower Big Key was Sphere 1, because that was Tarantula's hut. Progressive Glove, Progressive Sword. Thieves' Town Key and Big Key both. The Book of Medora, the Hammer, the Ice Palace Big Key, the Cane of Burna, and the Magic Mirror, and the Moon Pearl were all in Sphere 1. So they were all things that were available from the very start. Cane of Samaria was in Sphere 2, so was Shovel, so was the second sword upgrade. Really, how far did you have to go before you ran out of sword upgrades? So, oh, it only bothers listing 2 because you only technically need 2 to complete the game. That's fair, that's fair. But yeah, Sphere 2 also had bow and lamp and bombos. Really, the things that were hiding a lot for me were the Eastern Palace Big Key and the Pod Big Key. And after that, it was just a straightforward finish. And the Pod Big Key dropped off of the Armos Knights, so that even wasn't too bad. Okay, so fast forward mode engage. Here are the people who built the randomizer. Here's the stuff we actually care about. First sword was 11.5 minutes in. Flute took almost 2 hours. Flute was really late this seed. Master Sword was the first time I had to kill a boss, and then I just jumped straight up to Gold Sword. There was a lot of swords early on in this game. 33 bonks? I'm okay with that, especially since boots were actually fairly early. Only 3 deaths, so really I think all of my deaths were early on. Wow, 236? Holy crap, that's a personal best. That is a personal best by like 2 minutes. That went better than I thought it did. Yeah? I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's the end of the stream here, folks. Once again, this is a 3-hour game. I really don't have the energy to play a second 3 hours of it. But that was pretty fun. So, I will see you later, folks. Remain the awesome people that I know you can be. See ya.